Communication is one of the most important and effective aspects and requirements of human life. To be active, helpful, and productive in personal, professional, and social lives, individuals and human beings need to learn how to communicate with different people, and they need to conduct helpful and effective communication with other people. To conduct helpful communication and different aspects and requirements of human life, individuals need to learn and know the different modern aspects of human communication. As based on different aspects and different requirements and needs of human life, there are different kinds and types of and aspects of human communication. And also they need to learn and gain some essential communication skills and information, and also through the application of communication skills and information in their daily life, they have to improve their communication competence. When we talk about the communication skills and information and also communication competence, we can gain communication skills and information through the daily formal or informal education and also some practices, but through practical use and also durable practices and actions and reactions, we can change and transform skills and information to competence to be used in any time when we want to communicate with other people. It means that through daily use and also through durable participation in daily communication with different people, we can transform and also develop our acquired skills and information to communication competence, which is one of the most important and essential requirements of daily life for all human beings. When we talk about human communication, human communication is the process of exchange of information, thoughts, and emotions among human beings. In other words, communication is the process of exchange of thoughts, information, emotions, and also knowledge among or between at least two communicators. When some people or at least two people, they conduct interaction and exchange some information, send messages and receive messages. Also, they learn from one another and also they help one another in some based on their daily requirements. The procedure is called communication or human communication. Human beings mostly conduct communication in two types. Firstly, they conduct verbal communication when they are able to talk or write some messages and send messages to other people. They conduct verbal communication. And verbal communication involves of spoken or writing words and language. Actually, verbal communication is the most effective communication that people use writing or spoken language and words to transfer their messages to other people. But sometimes they cannot use verbal language or they have no time to write their messages and send their messages, especially during some professional works, during media broadcasting, recording some programs, doing some construction activities, which noise prevent them to know their messages directly, and send such cases as a helpful alternative. They use nonverbal communication. That's the second kind of communication is nonverbal communication. In nonverbal communication, human beings use some gestures, body language, facial expression, and some symbols and norms. Actually, when they are unable to use verbal communication to talk to one another and also send written messages, they use nonverbal communication and they use some gestures, body language, and facial expressions to exchange their messages and conduct communication. And also based on communication channel and a system of conducting communication, also there are two kinds of communication. The first one is direct communication. In direct communication, human beings interact directly or conduct direct communication in the same place and at the same time. But sometimes, because of the time and the distance problems and limitations, people are not able to conduct direct communications. At that case, they conduct indirect communication by the use of some communication tools and technologies. And nowadays, there are many tools and technologies, especially modern communication technologies, such as telephone, email, social media, and so on, that enable human beings to conduct indirect communication or mediated communication. Actually, direct communication is the most effective kind of human communication because besides saying some words or transferring some messages by spoken or written words and also some expressions, there are some particular emotional things people can see and understand, and instead of saying, they just can learn through saying to one another and also through reading the face expressions and such things. Such opportunities are only available in direct communication. But indirect communication and also is a very important alternative for direct communication that enables people who are under time and distance limitation and are not able to conduct the direct communication. They are able to interact with one another, exchange their information, keep their relationships, and also do their mutual or shared duties and activities. And also, there are some needs in effective communication. Communication is the most important and essential requirement of establishment and continuation of relationship between or among human beings, because human beings establish communication based through conducting interactions and communication, and also keep their relationships and continue their relationship through conducting helpful and positive communication. And in communication procedure, to be helpful and effective, individuals need to transfer or send their messages clearly, and also they have to listen clearly and completely to understand the aim and messages of other sides of their daily communications. And communication, as I mentioned, is one of the most important and effective aspects of human life, and it affects different aspects of human life. Communication is foundational or the main requirement for personal and professional relationships when individuals want or need to establish personal or professional relationships. First of all, they need to conduct interpersonal communication, then they have to conduct interpersonal communication or professional communication with different people to establish relationship. And also they keep their relationship through continuing and conducting communication with one another or each other. And also communication helps us or human beings to express their needs, desires, and emotions. It means that through conducting communication, we can share our needs, desires, and emotions with one another, and also we can achieve our required goals. And effective communication fosters understanding and reduces conflicts. It means that people who choose communication, especially helpful and positive communication, and they transfer their messages helpfully and clearly, and also listen to one another carefully and try to understand one another. And instead of choosing the way of conflict and problems, they will have better relationships and they will establish a better environment. In contrast, those people, instead of paying attention to the effectiveness of communication, choosing the way of conflict, and they don't want to transfer their messages clearly, and also they don't want to consider mutual respect during their communication, they may not establish real and helpful relationships with one another. Our daily communication influences our personal, professional, and social successes in our lives. It means that our personal, professional, and social successes and achievements depend on the quality of our daily communication with different people, because our success is dependent on our relations with different people in our family and our working environment in our society. It's important to acquire the required information and skills, and always try to conduct helpful and effective communication with other peoples. And also, communication shapes our perceptions of the world and others. It means that if we conduct helpful communication with a positive aim, it may help us to shape our positive perceptions regarding our environment and world, and that will help us to be active and effective in our environment and be helpful for ourselves and others. In contrast, if we continue the negative aspects of thoughts and also do not pay attention on positive aspects of human communication, it will cause some conflicts, and such conflicts may cause some negative perceptions regarding our environment, regarding other people, and regarding the world. In such cases, we may try to do some negative things. In that case, we may be harmful for ourselves and for other peoples. But we should try to conduct communication with other people positively and effectively, and do our duties properly, and try to establish and have positive and helpful perceptions about ourselves, about our environment, our societies, and about the world, to be helpful for ourselves and for other people. When we talk about communication, actually communication is not just an action. Instead, communication is an active procedure, a process that occurs between or among individuals and human beings. The sender initiates the message by encoding information. The sender encodes information and share information and message with the receiver, and receiver decodes the information, understand the meaning, and then shares his or her feedback and answer. Then the procedure of communication will be continued by the exchanging of information until the completion of the procedure of communication and gaining mutual aims and the required aim or aim from the procedure of communication. Actually, when we start communication, we transmit our message through a channel, especially speech or writing or even some gestures or non-spoken language, and the receiver decodes the message based on the acquired knowledge about linguistic issues and also social and cultural and communicative norms. And after that, we exchange messages, we exchange and share feedback and also answers. And such procedure and such activities, if we affect about the procedure of our communication. If we share positive feedback and also we be active and helpful in the procedure of communication, we will have a very effective and helpful communication. Otherwise, the procedure of communication would not be that much helpful and successful. Actually, human communication has different aspects and different types based on the needs of human beings and based on the requirements of conducting communication in different aspects in different sections and fields of human lives and human activities. The different aspects and different types of human communication occurred and shaped, and to conduct helpful human communication based on different requirements, human beings need to know different aspects and types of human communication and acquire and gain knowledge and information about different human communication, and also be able to conduct communication based on their own needs in different contexts and different situations. If we talk about different kinds of human communication, firstly we talk about intrapersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is the procedure of occurring communication inside of the body of oneself or a person, which occurred in the message-making mechanism of human body, which includes mind, heart, autonomic nervous system, and other nervous system, and also some other parts and organs. And when human beings think about some particular actions and reactions to decide which message, in which manner, and how should be transferred to which person. And also when they think about doing some activities, when they talk with themselves, and also when they show some expressions based on their thoughts and also thinking and actions and reactions, such kind of activities is called intrapersonal communication. To conduct intrapersonal communication, individuals do not need to conduct interaction with another person. Actually, they conduct interpersonal communication within themselves. And also another kind of human communication, which is the first kind that can be considered and can be assisted by other people, is interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is the process or procedure of conducting communication between at least two communicators. When some people, or at least two people or two communicators, they conduct interactions based on their needs, based on their personal and interpersonal needs, such kind of human communication is called interpersonal communication.